Hey everybody, Sean and Allison here from Spoken Garden. Today we're coming at you with a recorded video because usually on Saturdays we do a live stream video, but we were at the Great Grow Along today, so we're doing this.
Yeah, and it's the first day of spring, you guys. Happy spring.
Happy spring, everybody.
So we thought in lieu of our normal live, we are gonna answer a few of your questions.
So guys, for the first question, we have to go to the front yard or the backyard. So here we go. So our first question comes from R. Michio for the hellebore plant chat that we had a little while back. And so they asked, what can you apply to help treat for slug damage or snail damage, and also for fungi, for funguses that might grow? Oh, Jasper. So yeah, there he is. He's kind of bored and wants to do stuff, but just a minute, buddy. So first off, hellebores are susceptible to snails and slugs, and so we definitely get slugs out here. So guys, when you see snail or slug damage, basically like this, if you're gonna see right here on this leaf, and then even that right there, basically what you want to do is you want to put down something that deters them from getting to and eating your hellebores, right? So Sluggo Plus, this is great stuff. It's pet proof. It won't hurt your pets. It's safe to use around children, and you just basically sprinkle this stuff. Here, I'll show you. So you just take it, just sprinkle it around. Sprinkle it around, get around the perimeter there. Basically, the slugs and snails will stay away. So guys, if your hellebores have any fungal issues on them, like leaf spot or a couple other diseases, they are susceptible to those, usually because of airflow circulation issues, not enough, and really wet conditions. So what you can do is you can apply a fungicide to take care of those if you have something that's safe for you to use in your yard. If you don't have fungicides to apply, or you can't in your yard for whatever situation, just make sure that there's a lot of airflow around your hellebores. Make sure they're not in really wet conditions all the time. They need well-draining soil. They need regular water, but they don't like boggy conditions. And boggy conditions lead to fungal diseases. So just keep an eye on that. Get that airflow circulation going on it. Make sure that's good, and you should be set.
So you guys, our next question comes from Kevin Green. So thank you for your question, by the way. On our video from last late spring, I believe, or maybe even early summer, planting canna lily bulbs in containers. So that's a fun option. If you're not familiar with canna lily bulbs, they're a beautiful summer blooming bulb. We planted them in these white containers. We have another one similar to this. So the question was, what about the spacing of canna bulbs? In general, bulbs can be planted about 2 times their width apart from each other. So if you think about, if a canna lily bulb is a rhizome, and it's kind of about that long, if you're not familiar with it. So if you were to call this the width, if you double that, that's about 1 foot. So in general, most packaging says, most companies would say canna lily bulbs can be planted about 1 to 2 feet apart. So that's a great rule of thumb. We went a lot tighter than that in this container. This container is about 17 inches wide, so we actually put 2 canna lily bulbs in here because we wanted it really full and tight. In hindsight, maybe we should have only done 1 bulb, but either way, it's a fine option. So another option, you guys, is to plant canna lily bulbs right in the ground, which we have all over our yard as well. So right here, you can see the remnants of last year's canna. We didn't cut it all the way to the ground yet. There actually might be some new growth right there, so yay.
Oh, fun.
I know. Woo-hoo. So this canna is about 1 foot away from this kind of immature candy tuft right here. So you can see this canna gets really big and leafs out and will take up a lot of space. It could potentially shade out that candy tuft, but it'll be fine.
So guys, our last question comes from Rebecca Shirley, and this was from our pruning pampas grass video. She was asking about, does the pampas grass get a dead center in it? Does it have rot in the center of it? Why does it have this, it's missing growth in the center? And to answer that part of your question, Rebecca, basically that's how pampas grass grow. They grow out from the center and they just keep expanding, and they get to a certain age where that center of it actually just dies back. It grows past that, and it's a voided center inside there, and that's okay, that's normal. Now, just to let you guys know, we don't have any pampas grass here in our garden. What you saw in that video was from a client's house, and we did that last spring, and that was a lot of fun, and we hope that video was really helpful to you. Now, there was a couple other questions that Rebecca had, and so she was also asking, can I pull out, or should I pull out any of the dead leaves in that, or the fronds, the stems from the fronds, or should I just cut them and leave them? And really, it's up to you. If you don't mind seeing them in there sometimes, or when you prune it back to that point, that's okay. You can just cut them down to a certain point and leave the rest down there. That's fine. But if you feel like you don't want to see that and you want it to have a full, fresher look that looks more tidy, yeah, get in there and just pull it right out. That's fine. It'll come out. Those flower stalks, that's going to be a lot harder to get out of there, but eventually they will work out. It might take some extra work to get that done. Now, you can divide them if you don't like seeing that dead center, that voided center in them. What you do is just take out a chunk. You can take like a little circle out of it, a semicircle, you can cut them down the center, and then you just move that part of the plant away, and then the pampas grass will regrow in that area to take up and to fill that void in again. So now you'll have 2 plants, or maybe even more, depending on how big it is and how many chunks you take out. So really great questions, and we hope those were helpful. So guys, thanks for all those questions.
Those were great.
That was great. And we wanted to remind you, when you're working with pampas grass or trimming it or anything, be careful. Those leaves are super sharp. They will cut you.
Yeah,
so
they will.
Yeah, wear long sleeve shirts and protect yourself, protect your face and your head and any exposed skin. So that was fun.
That was fun. We love doing audience questions. And you guys, we do that every Saturday on our lives. So every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we go live. So come hang out with us, and all the people that have been joining us so far, which has been so much fun. We look forward to seeing you next week as usually planned.
Yep, normal schedule next Saturday, you guys.
Yay.
So thanks for being here, you guys. Leave any of your comments and questions down below for us. We love hearing from you. Give us that thumbs up, let us know we're doing a good job, and subscribe to our channel so you get updates on our latest videos.
Yeah, and we'll be back tomorrow with our regular garden care videos, so come on back to see what we're up to. Have a great first weekend of spring, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.